Hello everybody, my name is Paula Sterling and this is my symposium presentation. I'll talk about my IT 598 project, which had the title Using Blackboard Collaborate. I first will talk about the project lifecycle. Envision. This project was envisioned based on the need to have a resource for SIUE students to learn how to best utilize Collaborate features. In my first meeting with my client, we discussed the goals of this project, and during this meeting, I performed a needs analysis. My client requested a video that covered all of the basic features of Collaborate that were commonly used during a Collaborate session. Design. I decided to use a rapid prototyping design model for this project. Rapid prototyping allowed me to receive quick feedback regarding the changes that I had to do in my video. As soon as the suggested changes were implemented, I was able to share them again with my classmates and professor for another round of reviews. Rapid prototyping works very nicely when you need to have immediate feedback. Produce. I used Adobe Captivate to create my video demonstration of Collaborate. To record my screen captions, I prepared a storyboard with the text to be narrated. The storyboard serves as my guide and makes me stay on track. During the production phase, I encountered several obstacles that forced me to learn additional features of Captivate. For instance, I thought I would record the whole video in one sitting, but it's very hard to achieve sound quality and intonation in one single sitting. So I learned how to record several parts separately and then put them together in one video, instead of recording everything in one sitting. Captivate has several features that allow us to do that, and then you can adjust the sound, cut unnecessary parts of the video, and insert additional videos in between screen captures. I also learned that the built-in microphone wasn't doing a very good job in terms of acoustics. For that reason, I decided to purchase a Yeti microphone, which allowed me to have a more professional recording. Yeti is sensitive to any sound coming from anywhere. Any sound coming from the street would get incorporated to my recording, so I had to create a more soundproof environment by covering my walls with towels and putting a towel under my laptop to avoid additional noise when I was typing. Evaluate. I received extremely valuable feedback from my classmates and professor, and based on their feedback, I made important changes to my original video. For instance, my first video draft was about 14 minutes long. Based on my colleagues' and clients' feedback, I broke it down in two parts, one for the general participants and one for the moderators. With that change, we ended up with two 5-minute videos, and the learner can choose to watch either one of them or the two of them based on their needs. Additionally, I added several live examples to the videos to demonstrate how the Collaborate features work in real-life scenarios, such as chatting with other participants in a private chat or sharing an internet website during a Collaborate session. Without the feedback that I received from my colleagues and professor, I probably would not have realized the changes that were needed. A second set of eyes not only offers a new perspective, a new way of seeing things. Sometimes it also shows you things that you would never have seen without an outside opinion. The evaluation step becomes very meaningful in the sense that it serves both as the project improvement and as a learning opportunity at the same time. Making connections with coursework. The rapid prototyping model was discussed in several classes in this program. I probably heard about rapid prototyping for the first time in my IT 486 class, and then again in IT 430 and IT 580. Rapid prototyping is a model that allows the designer to present a preliminary draft of the project and, based on peer reviews, make the necessary changes. The draft can be as simple as a pencil and paper drawing, and then it evolves to formats that will get closer and closer to the final product as it goes through several phases of reviews. I see that besides rapid prototyping, many other concepts that I learned throughout the semesters were utilized in this project as well, and became second nature to me as a designer. Beautiful web design that I learned in IT 486, for instance. building connections with real-world scenarios that I learned in IT 510. The concepts of rhythm, balance, distribution of the text, negative space, appropriate font, and font size that I learned in IT 430. Critical critique of my project. One of the most valuable things that I learned in this program was to accept positive criticism from my colleagues and professors as a way to improve my projects and as a learning experience as well. It was difficult for me to accept criticism in the beginning of this program because I wanted my work to be perfect in my first draft. Well, maybe I thought it was perfect in the first draft. What I didn't realize was that there was always room for improvement, and it was not different in my final project. The feedback that I received from my colleagues and professor was extremely important. You see, today, I see that I probably would have done a lot of things differently after the experiences that I had during this project. I would probably have created the 2 videos in my first draft. That would have given me more time to focus on other details more closely, such as the use of other Captivate features. Another thing was that I have tried to figure out how to increase the size of my mouse pointer in the Captivate version that I currently have, and it didn't work. That was one of the things that made me very disappointed. The size of the pointer can help the learner see better where you are moving your mouse to when you were talking and demonstrating the steps. I also was disappointed with the beginning and ending of my videos. I think that I had to do a better introduction and a summary of what was presented at the end. That summary at the end is important to help the learner have a fresh reminder of what was just presented. And although I worked so much in my recordings, my intonation and my voice, I'm not completely happy with my narration. I don't know if it's my accent or my pronunciation. I still don't feel the natural flow that I see in other tutorials being presented by someone who's a native speaker. So that is probably one of the things that I also would like to improve. But all in all, my final project was an excellent learning opportunity, and I enjoyed every step of the process. Thank you for watching my symposium presentation. I would love to hear your comments, suggestions, and feedback. See you online and collaborate. Symposium night is May 6th at 5:30 p.m. See you there.